So have a good day. So our topic for today is all about simple annuity. So when we say annuity, it's a sequence of payment made at the equal or fixed interval or periods of times. So annuities may be classified in different ways as follows. So first, according to the payment interval and interest period. So next, according to the time of payment. Then the last one, which is according to the duration. So first, according to the interval and interest period, so dito na po pumapasok yung simple annuity and general annuity. So ano nga po ba yung tinatawag po natin simple annuity? So when we say simple annuity, an annuity where the payment interval is the same as the interest period. Then general annuity, an annuity where the payment intervals is not the same as the interest period. So next, according to the time of payment. First ordinary annuity or tinatawag sa ibang libro, annuity immediate, a type of annuity in which the payments made at the end of each payment interval. The next, annuity due, a type of annuity which the payments are made at the beginning of each payment interval. So the last one, which is according to duration. So dito na pumapasok yung annuity certain. When we say annuity certain, an annuity in which payments begin at the end of definite times. Then the next one, which is contingent annuity, an annuity in which the payment extends over the indefinite length of time. So these are the term that we used in annuities. So first term po natin, which is the time between the first payment interval and the last payment interval. The regular or periodic payment is denoted as capital letter R, the amount of each payment. The next, the amount of an annuity, or sa ibang libro po tinatawag po natin siyang future value. It denotes as capital letter F. Sum of future values of all the payments to be made during the entire term of annuity. The next, present value of an annuity is denoted as capital letter P. The sum of present value of all the payments to be made during the entire term of the annuity. So annuities may be illustrated using the time diagram. The time diagram for ordinary annuity is that payments are made at the end of the year is given to the next slide. So these are the diagram for an end payment ordinary annuity. So for example, suppose Mrs. Remoto would like to save 3,000 pesos every month in fund that keep 9% compounded monthly. So how much the amount or future value of her saving after 6 months? So first, we need to analyze the problem first and proceed po tayo sa pinaka-given po natin. So our given periodic payment, R is equals to 3,000 pesos. Then term T is equal to 6 months. The interest rate per annum, I multiplied by 12 is equals to 0.09. So ito po, given na po to. So next, the number of conversion per year, M is equals to 12 months. Then alam naman po natin sa isang taon, meron po tayong 12 months. Then we need to compute for the interest rate period or tinatawag po natin sa small letter J. Or I divide M. So J is equals to I divide M. So we need to substitute the given 0.09 divide 12 is equals to 0.0075. So next we need to find the amount of future value at the end of the term or the F. So next we need to illustrate the cash flow in the time diagram. So meron tayong 6 months. and the payment which is 3,000 pesos. So start po tayo dito sa 0 up to 6 months. So next, we need to find the future value of the payments at the end of the term, which is 6 months. Then add all the future value obtained from the previous step. So 3,000 is equals to 3,000 pesos. Then 3,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.0075 is equals to 3,022.5. Then 3,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.0075 multiplied by 2 is equals to 3,045.169 up to 3,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.0075 multiplied by 5 is equals to 3,114.20 pesos. Then we need to add all the future value. So 3,000 plus 3,022.5 up to 3,114.20 is equal to 18,340.89 pesos. Thus, the amount of the annuity is 18,340.89 pesos. So, take note po. Yung final answer po natin, dun po tayo mag-round off. Hanggat wala pa po tayo sa final answer, hindi pa po natin i-round off yung sagot po natin. Okay po? Amount or future value of an ordinary annuity, the derivation of the formula in finding the amount of an ordinary annuity is similar to the solution of example number 1. So illustrate the cash flow in the diagram. So 0 up to n minus 1 up to n. Then sa dulo naman po, sa n po natin which is r lang po. So tulad ng given po natin kanina, 3,000 lang po. So sa second to the last naman po, para makuha po natin yung 3,022 point something, is we need to multiply r multiply by 1 plus j. So ito pong 1j po natin is given na po. Okay? Then so and so far. So f is equals to r plus r multiplied by 1 plus j plus r multiplied by 1 plus j multiplied by 2 up to r multiplied by 1 plus j multiplied by n minus 1 times 1. Okay? To multiply both sides by 1 plus j to get f multiplied by 1 plus j is equals to r multiplied by 1 plus j up to r multiplied by 1 plus j multiplied by n times 2. From the equation 1, we need to subtract the equation 2 to produce f multiplied by 1 plus j minus f is equal to r multiplied by 1 plus j raised to n minus r. Okay? So, pinaka-final formula po natin, f multiplied by j is equals to r multiplied by the quantity 1 plus j raised to n minus 1. So, this is the formula to find the future value. So, f is equals to r multiplied by the quantity 1 plus j raised to n minus 1 over all over j. So the expression quantity 1 plus j raised to n minus 1 all over j is usually denoted by the symbol read as S angle n. Our alternate solution to the example number 1, amount of ordinary annuity or tinatawag po natin future value. The future value f of an ordinary annuity is given by f is equals to r multiplied by the quantity 1 plus j raised to n minus 1 all over j. where R is the regular payment, J is the interest rate per period, and N is the number of payments. So our general formula, F is equals to R multiplied by the quantity 1 plus J raised to N minus 1 all over J. So we need to substitute the given. So R is equals to 3,000 pesos. Then J is equals to 0.0075. Then N is equals to 6 months. So proceed po tayo sa solution po natin. So 3,000 pesos multiplied by the quantity 1 plus 0.0075 raised to 6 months minus 1 all over 0.0075. So ulitin ko po, kailangan po yung final answer po natin. Doon po tayo mag-round off into 2 decimal places po. Hanggat wala po tayo sa pinaka-final answer, bawal po tayo mag-round off. Okay? So our final answer is 18,340.89 pesos. So for example number 2, in order to save for her high school graduation, Mary decided to save 200 pesos at the end of each month if the bank pays 0.250% compounded monthly. How much will her money be at the end of 6 years? So first, we need to analyze the problem first, then proceed po tayo sa pinaka-given po natin. So our given is equals to R is equals to 200, then M is equals to 12, then I raised to 12 is equals to 0.250%. So we need to convert percent into decimal. 0.250% is equals to 0.0025. Then we need to compute for the value of J. So J is equals to I divide M. So I po natin 0.0025 divide 12 is equals to 0.0002083. Then the time is equal to 6 years. Then to find the value of N is equals to T multiplied by N. So T is equals to 6 years multiplied by 12 is equals to 72 periods. So we need to find the value of F. So to find the value of F, we need to rewrite the formula. So F is equals to R multiplied by the quantity 1 plus J raised to N minus 1 all over J. Then next, we need to substitute the given. So 200 pesos multiplied by the quantity 1 plus 0.002083 bar raised to 72 minus 1 all over 0.002083 bar. So our final answer is equals to 14,507.85 pesos. Since Mera will be able to save 14,507.85 for her graduation. So present value of an ordinary annuity, the present value of an ordinary annuity is given by F is equals to R multiplied by the quantity 1 minus the quantity 1 plus J raised to negative N all over J, where R is the regular payment, J is the interest rate per period, then N is the number of payments. So to get the present value of the amount, we use the formula P is equals to F all over the quantity 1 plus J raised to N, and obtain P is equal to R multiplied by the quantity 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 all over J. Then divide to the quantity 1 plus J raised to N. Ito na po yun. Is equal to R multiplied by the quantity 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 all over J times the quantity 1 plus J raised to negative N is equal to R multiplied by the quantity 1 minus the quantity 1 plus I raised to negative N all over J. So for example, Mr. Rebaya, paid to 200,000 as down payment for a car. The remaining amount is to be settled by paying 16,200 at the end of each month for 5 years. The interest is 10.5% compounded monthly. What is the cash price of his car? So first, we need to analyze the problem first, then proceed po tayo sa pinaka-given po natin. So our given is equals to down payment is equal to 200,000 pesos. Then R is equals to 16,200. Then I raised to 12 is equals to 0.05. Then M is equals to 12. Then J is equals to 0. Or I over M po natin. So we need to substitute the given. So 0.105 divided 12 is equals to 0.00875. Then T is equals to 5 years. Then we need to find the value of N. So to find the value of N, we simply multiply M by T. So substitute the given, 12 multiplied by 5 is equals to 60 periods or periods. So we need to find the cash value or cash price of the car. So our solution, the diagram for the installment payments is given by P question mark. So from 0 period to 60 periods, ibig sabihin 6 times po siya magbabayad ng 16,200 pesos. So the present value of this ordinary annuity is given by P is equals to R multiplied by the quantity 1 minus the quantity 1 plus I raised to negative N over J. So we need to substitute the given. So P is equals to R multiplied by the quantity 1 minus the quantity 1 plus I raised to negative N all over J. So substitute the given, R is equals to 16,200 multiply by 1 minus the quantity 1 plus I po natin is equals to 0.00875 raised to negative 60, which is the value of N, over J. Is equal to 753,702.20 pesos. So the cash value is equals to down payment plus present value. So 200,000 plus 753 or 753,702.20 is equal to 953,702.20 pesos. So the cash price of the car is 953,702.20 pesos. Periodic payment R of an annuity. Periodic payment R can also be solved using the formula for the amount F or present value P of an annuity. So dito po, pwede po natin gamitin yung F is equals to R multiplied by the quantity 1 plus J raised to negative N minus 1 all over J. So pag R naman po yung hinahanap, R is equals to F over, sa baba po yan, is over the quantity 1 plus J raised to N minus 1 all over J. Okay po. Where R is the regular payment, P is the present value of an annuity, F is the future value of an annuity, then J is the interest rate per period, then N is the number of payments. So for example, Paulo borrowed 100,000. He agrees to pay the principal plus interest by paying an equal amount of money each year for 3 years. What should be his annual payment if the interest is 8% compounded annually? So our given P is equals to 100,000 pesos. Then I raised to 1 is equal to 0.08. Then M is equals to 1. Then J is equals to 0.08. Then T is equals to 3 years. Then N is equals to M multiplied by T. So 1 times 3 is equals to 3 periods. So find periodic payment R. So our solution, the cash flow of this annuity is illustrated in the diagram given below. So P is equals to 100,000 pesos. So magkano po babayarin ni Paulo every year sa loob ng 3 taon? Since P is equals to R multiplied by the quantity 1 minus the quantity 1 plus J raised to negative N all over J, then P is equals to R2 Then R pala. Then R, dahil R po yung hinahanap po natin, R is equals to P over sa baba po. The, the quantity 1 minus the quantity 1 plus J is negative N all over J. So we need to substitute the given. So 100,000 pesos over the quantity 1 minus the quantity 1 plus 0.08 raised to negative 3 over 0.08. So R is equals to 38,803.35 pesos. Thus, the man should pay, or Paulo, need to pay 38,803.35 pesos every year for 3 years. Okay, that's all. That's our lesson for today. God bless and keep safe.